right, baby. We back on the Cooligans Living Room FC, and Christian, our guest, is finally here.
I am absolutely thrilled. It is, we talk about the Premier League from time to time, and
we bring it up.
It comes up.
It seems like they got fans, out of nowhere. I feel like they'll do good soon. You know what I mean? I feel like they'll survive as a league.
It's a growing league, as they say.
Yeah.
But no, absolutely excited. We've had a bunch of players on the show: MLS players, Bundesliga players, former
La Liga players, everyone.
But we have not had an active Premier League player on the show, and I'm absolutely thrilled to have this man on the show.
That's right. I mean, guys, you know him from his time at Columbus Crew. You know him from the men's national team. You know him from Manchester City. How exciting is this? Pull your goddamn car over and put your hands together for the one, the only, the men's national team #1, Zack Steffen, everybody.
Wow, that was an intro. Thank you, guys.
I didn't even talk about Philly. I didn't bring up all that. I went straight for all your accomplishments.
It was perfect.
It's a solid resume, for real. Zach, obviously, we're in the United States. You're currently in Manchester. We saw you for years. Admittedly, we're NYCFC fans, and you've broken our hearts a couple times.
You've almost enjoyed breaking our hearts.
So we've seen you in Major League Soccer for years, and it's been absolutely, inspiring and really, really cool to, first see you at Dusseldorf and now at Manchester City. The first question is, how's it going in Europe overall? I know this year is, and last year is obviously different for any footballer in the country, but what has your experience been like playing in Germany and now finding some real standing in Manchester City?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's been a ride for sure. Germany was cool. Had my sister over there with me there, which was nice. And unfortunately, kind of halfway through the season, had to deal with some injuries. So that was tough. Not being really with the team and being so far from home and being injured, that was tough. But there's brighter days ahead, and Manchester's been great so far. I'm just hoping the weather here turns soon, and the warmth can come, and hopefully fans in the stadium.
Have they not advised you that warmth is not coming? Have they
They're like, hey, buddy, don't get your hopes up. You know?
You're going to use sunglasses for 15 minutes.
Seriously. I know. Wishful thinking.
I'm like, please don't tell me they lied to you. When you got the move to Manchester City, it must have been absolutely incredible. We actually got a chance to meet when you were in Dusseldorf, and we did a little trip out there. What was that? Was it that big of a difference? Is there that big of a, because for MLS fans in particular, we think of Europe sometimes as like, can our guys get there? And over the past few years, so many have gone, and you're one of those. What is the difference? Like, what are some of the things that are maybe shocking, or some things you're like, we do this all the time, or we do it even better in MLS?
That's a good question. Just the culture over here is just so much different. The culture of the sport, the fans, the passion that they have for their team, their club is so different than in the States. Obviously, the States has NFL, NBA, baseball, hockey. Over here, it's really rugby. It's football. So I would say, the culture. Everybody just kind of bleeds their club colors, and it's really awesome to witness. It's really I'm very blessed to be over here and to witness two different cultures and in two different countries and all that stuff, and play in two different leagues, and two of the best leagues in the world. And it's been good.
Yeah, and I imagine when you were at Columbus, you could probably go to the grocery store and you get recognized here and there, but for the most part, it'd be all right. Is that are you dealing with even whether Manchester or in Dusseldorf, were you able to just actively be around, or did
Germans seem more respectful? I think in Manchester, they're like, good save. And you're just trying to pick out,
You make a good point. I know. In Columbus, Columbus, I didn't get spotted at all. Dusseldorf towards the end, a little bit. Here and there, I'll get spotted. But I mean, in Manchester, it's been lockdown for pretty much most of the time I've been here. I definitely had a month or two where I was able to go out to restaurants or kind of check out the scene around here, but I haven't really been able to and every time you go out, you're wearing a mask, so it's not like people can actually like recognize you. But I mean, I like being low key and not being kind of followed by the paparazzi.
You have a mask on, people are just like, look at that tall security guard. That guy,
there you go.
He's a big dude. Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait, this is the thing that struck me as odd when I first met you, because we've talked to goalkeepers before, and the best way to explain it is there's generally like a sense that a goalkeeper's going to flip out. They're wild. You know what I mean? They're on the edge. You're chill.
Yeah.
What happens? When do you switch on? Because you're not that guy when you're on the field, but off the field, most goalkeepers are like bonkers.
Yeah,
and you're kind of...
Yeah, no, I'm very mellow. Yeah, I mean, I would say I really get in the zone when I put the AirPods in leading up to the game, and I put some music on. But other than that, I'm very, very quiet, very, very chill.
So like just opera in your ears. I guess you're
What am I listening to?
Is it like death metal or is it like Lil Baby? What do we got? We got some Brooklyn drill. What are we listening to?
No,
we got Pop Smoke. You bring Pop Smoke out to Manchester City?
Pop Smoke,
Okay. Let's
yeah.
go. King of New York.
No, hip hop rap. Maybe a little EDM, but mostly hip hop rap for sure. Meek Mill, Drake, Tory Lanez. Yeah.
You know he went Philly first, right? He threw Meek Mill in there.
Oh, for sure. Always.
Dreams and nightmares get you hyped, though.
Okay, yeah, you gotta let everybody in Manchester know what's going on out here.
Of
course. No, yeah, it is. We've had a couple goalkeepers, and there is there's almost like this thing, like in comedy, like. Other comedians will judge you if you are like too much of something. If you're like, if you have a calm demeanor, like I'm polite and people are like, well, I guess he's never going to make it. You know what I mean?
Something wrong with him. He's too nice. Yeah.
You have
and
to,
I'm the other way. I'm like, they're like, how do we shut Alexis up?
Like, do you have to convince, has that been your career where you had to convince your teammates, like, I am legit. And then as soon as I put the gloves on, like, that's when you're going to see who I really am.
Yeah, I mean, I think when I go into new teams, I go, I'm quiet. I really just let my play do the talking. And then when they realize that, I can be here and I can compete and I can play at this level, then that's
it's like the first day in prison when you got to fight, you got to punch a guy.
Exactly. No, you got to be smart and kind of, you got to stay back a little bit.
Not me. I'm like, hey, fellas. Wow, what you did to the end of that spoon is sharp.
All right. We got so much more with Zack Steffen. So come right back after this. So Alphonso Davies is basically like just a babushka. You know what I mean? He's a babushka? He's a grandmother.
Isn't it babushka?
Babushka is another thing, but babushka is the more Yiddish way. It's the same thing, yeah.
Oh, that's the Yiddish way of saying it?
Yeah, I believe so.
I thought you remixed it. I was like, damn. All right, okay. All right, Christian Palenko or Palenko.
All right, welcome back to the Cooligans Living Room FC. We are here with goalkeeper for Manchester City, Zack Steffen. And let's talk a little bit about Man City. Obviously, climbing up, the doing so well. Obviously, in the Premier League, you've been getting some Premier League starts. Champions League starts. I mean, it's super exciting as a USMNT fan to see that, and
as an Arsenal fan though, not as exciting.
Okay, yeah, we're a little concerned about in that regard, but when it comes to let's talk a little bit about Manchester City and how things are going, especially given look, the team was struggling with obviously some COVID positive tests but still finding a way to get points and get wins. You're playing, obviously you have Ederson there as well. What's that competition like obviously at such a huge club, and like the standard, right? And what they're asking of you, how does it, and stopping shots from these absolutely Jesus and Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, it must be absolutely insane. What's that experience been like so far?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's been a wild, crazy ride. Yeah, with COVID, with no fans, with just 3 games every week, being out injured for so long, and then coming to Manchester City, playing with these guys. I mean, that was a crazy step up. And definitely, I needed some time to settle in, get comfortable, get used to the speed and everything. But no, I feel settled. I feel as happy as I can be right now in this whole situation that we're in. I'm blessed. I'm lucky to be able to continue to work and get paid and stay safe. So I can't complain too much. But yeah, no, I would say the competition with Eddie and Scott, our goalkeeping crew, is really good. They're great guys. They're great competitors, great players. I've learned a lot from them. They've hopefully learned a few things from me, at least about America. And
you're like, your cheese comes wrapped in plastic individually. And you're like, bro, you don't get the whole block.
But no, it's cool. It's a good group of guys. Training's fun every day. Besides the cold and the wet and the wind, training's fun every day, and competition's good. And I feel like I've gotten a lot better since being here, and that's the goal.
When you think about, the big fear when you got sort of called back from your loan and going straight to Manchester City is there's a lot of competition, right? I've never heard Ederson called Eddie. I like it. It's right. Ederson seems like an intimidating dude. The dude's got a neck. He looks like he was born with a neck tattoo.
Bro, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Also, the dude took a
big dude, bro.
He took cleats to the face from Sadio Mane and was back in like 3 weeks.
Okay.
He was like,
he's a true goalkeeper, man. He's
right.
He's got a screw loose in his head.
He was like, let's go. He seemed like excited to get a cleat to the head. He was like a boxer after the first punch. He's like, all right, now we're talking.
He probably trained the next day.
Unbelievable.
I would have taken a month off. Are you kidding me? I would have showed up with bubble wrap.
Any normal human would have.
When you get called in and now you're a part of this squad and you see in the level of competition, talk a little bit about what you thought maybe for your prospects for the national team, because as far as I'm concerned, you're the number one, but you also need minutes, right? Were you put in an awkward position, or were you saying to yourself like, yo, it's cool, I'm gonna go get those minutes, I'll be fine? And
I'll add this, because everybody here was like, oh, he shouldn't go, he's never gonna play. And then even we see people every time you do play, people post on Twitter like they quote like, he's never gonna play or whatever.
Yeah.
So
No,
Not me. I trusted the whole time, but go ahead. That was Christian.
Thanks, bro.
So
Appreciate you.
I got your back, baby.
No, I mean, I think obviously the thought about, or the talk. Yeah, I had discussions with my agent, with Greg Berhalter, with my parents about getting games and trying maybe going on loan again to get games, coming back to Manchester. And we thought that I signed with Manchester City. I want to play for this club. I want to be a part of it. I want to come here. I want to get tested. I want to learn from everybody around here, get better. And with hard work, good things come. So I'm lucky enough. I've been able to get some games, and they've gone well. And so my focus is really just on the day-to-day, on the processes getting better, and everything will fall into line if I work hard, if I continue to keep the right mindset, and just focus on those things.
All right. You see yourself becoming a starter? I'm sure that's your goal.
For sure, that's my goal. Yeah, whether it's here, whether it's at another club, yeah, I mean, that's my goal. I want to be playing week in and week out. But yeah, right now, I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy with the process. I'm happy where I'm at right now. And I feel like, yeah, I'm right where I should be.
Speaking of the U.S. men's national team, obviously the World Cup qualifiers are coming up, and we're hoping it goes a little bit better than last time around. So there's a lot of pressure on everyone. But everyone,
Zach wasn't in goal. Don't even bring that up.
No, it has nothing to do with But I'm curious about the World Cup qualifiers and how like it seems like the pool is just the talent is just absolutely incredible. What are you expecting from these World Cup qualifiers, from the World Cup in Qatar? And is there any one that you feel like will shine, will be a star, whether it's you or somebody else on the team that you really think could really like make a name for themselves on a global level at next year's World Cup?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's a good. Who knows who's gonna ball out when that time comes. There's always someone though. But no, I mean, our focus is trying, just when we get together, is just trying to get to know one another on and off the field as much as possible. We have a lot of talent. We have a lot of youth, a lot of rising stars, and a lot of, we could have a really bright future, but we're very inexperienced internationally, especially when it comes to World Cup qualifying games down in those countries. Those are tough places to play. And who knows? I mean, maybe with COVID, there won't be so many fans and all this stuff. So it'll be, who knows? But yeah, those games are always going to be tough. So yeah, I'm very excited for the national team's future. I think we can have a lot of fun and a lot of success together, but I think there's going to be a lot of learning moments, and there's going to definitely be some downs where we need to stay together and keep strong, and that's just going to help build our chemistry in our team going forward.
Yeah, I mean, it is probably going to be hopefully a little easier to qualify without getting bags of pee thrown at you.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice.
What a dream. Jeez. We got more with Zack Steffen when we get back after this.
What's up, guys? Landon Donovan here, and I got to kick it with the Cooligans today. Keep following, keep listening, keep watching. See you guys soon.
All right, and we're back on the Cooligans Living Room FC. Obviously, we're still here with Zack Steffen, goalkeeper for Manchester City in the Premier League. And let's talk a little bit more about the men's national team, because one of my favorite things about it is it seems like from how down and low we all felt when the nation didn't qualify. Remember the club didn't qualify for the World Cup, to now it seems like the pressure is building, right? It seems like Christian mentioned how many of these young players are playing incredibly well in Europe, from Pulisic to Weston McKennie, or now even Hoppy, mentioning Bundesliga, to now all of a sudden it's like you're kind of expected to win, right? You're getting these big wins against some of the teams that we're going to be qualifying against. Is there added pressure? And if so, are you guys sort of embracing it? Because it is a different feeling.
Yeah. I mean, pressure's only like this. That's all outside noise to me. Yeah, expectations. U.S. soccer fans have high expectations for us. And
yes, we do.
And coming over to these big clubs.
Zach, you've been put on notice, okay?
Yeah, I mean, but we have high expectations for ourselves and for the team. Just as high, if not higher, than you guys do.
Yeah.
We obviously don't try and lose games, but I mean, soccer is a tough sport. 11 players on each team, and you're trying to score goals. It's tough. So yeah, I mean, yeah, there's pressure, of course. But I mean, I think we've got a good group of guys with good heads on their shoulders that understand the opportunity that we have. And I think we're all just really excited. And we have a lot of not anxiety, but we're like, when we go out to training and stuff together at the national team, like, it's like everybody's going 300 miles per hour. And we're just like so excited to be together and to like show each other and show the coaches what we've been doing, and with our clubs and stuff. So yeah, it's an exciting time for us. But it's also a time where we have to be mature and we have to be smart and clever and figure it out pretty soon, because these important games are coming up.
Yeah. Does it help knowing that the national team head coach is also a sneakerhead? Because he wore Chinese New Year Jordan 5 lows for the last national team match. I mean, you walk in and you're like, John Chad.
Greg, JB, he likes to think he's fresh. He likes to stay hip on with the music, with the fashion.
But you got to stunt, right? Now you got to walk in and you got to stunt, because you can't let your head coach have better game.
Hell no. Of course not. No, he's cool. Greg's cool. I mean, I mean, he talks to us about, all that stuff, sneakers, music, anything kind of off the field that has to do with life. He'll talk to it. He's just like a very deep person. He's a cool guy. All right. Yeah. I've really enjoyed getting to know him.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't imagine what it's like to be like in the locker room and have your national team head coach be like, "Yo, put on that new Pluto, baby, Pluto." Like, what?
Okay.
Uzi got bars, don't he? Anyway, put the cones out. You know, it's such
now let's start the tactics session. You know,
it's just hard for me to imagine.
Yeah,
that.
Obviously he was your coach at Columbus as well, so you have a great relationship with him. You know, not many players get that opportunity to work with a coach for, on a national team level and on a club level. So there must be some sense of comfort and good standing, getting to work with him.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, we have a great relationship. Push each other. We have high expectations of each other. And that's how it should be. And no, it's been great so far.
Okay.
I'm very excited for the future.
All right. We have a couple questions from our fans, from our supporters group. Okay. They're called the Gully Squad, and they have a bunch of questions. There's a bunch of Columbus fans that are
look out.
Huge fans.
They're called Gully Squad.
They keep it real. All right. Sean Forsyth just said, "Hey, go Terps." Okay,
go
so
Terps.
It's not even a question. Just
not even a question.
Put an exclamation point.
I got a question. Go Terps. All right, that's it for me.
Emily Gerda, she asked, "Did you have Thanksgiving with Sam Mewis and Rose Lavelle?" I remember I saw a video of you talking about meeting them and things like that. Obviously, you all play for the same club, and she asked, has it been helpful to have people like them around? Other U.S. internationals.
Yeah. We did have Thanksgiving. Sam, her husband, Rose came over. Janine Becky, who's U.S. Canadian. And my best friend, who Dylan, who's been living with me here. So we had, like 8 people. I think Janine's roommate came as well, who's English. So we had a great Thanksgiving, a lot of food, great company. And Janine and I have been, hanging out, trying to stay sane during lockdown. So it's been nice we get coffee and all that stuff, and with Sam and Rose sometimes. It's nice to have those guys over here. They understand kind of what you're going through and what it's like over here.
Yeah.
Rose got that typical goalkeeper energy, doesn't she? Like, you would think she was a goalkeeper. She's a wild one.
All right.
We've had her on the show.
Yeah. You could definitely see it when you put her like that. Yeah.
But look, how great, both the men's and the women's club are thriving. I mean, they not only are they, you guys are winning games, but it's a cool thing. Maybe from your perspective on the men's side of Manchester City, what's it like to see the investment, the energy put into the women's side almost just as much as the men's?
No, it's awesome. I mean, in Columbus, we didn't have a women's team. In Dusseldorf, we didn't have a women's team. So it's really cool to be able to kind of support another team, but on your same club. It's something. Yeah, it's like high school almost again in college. It's cool. It's cool to get to know those guys or those girls and see what they can do because they're hell of. They've got some talent, and it's fun to watch them and just become friends with them and get to know them.
That's
okay.
Dope.
All right. We got more with Zack Steffen coming right up.
I'm playing soccer. It's really part-time. It's before Pelé, right? So we're making $2,000 for the season. I'm working at the airport at KLM. I'm playing in the German American League, and I'm teaching at a high school out here, Westbury High School, right? The magazine comes out. I must have been 23 years old, the high school girls, 16, 17. The magazine comes out. All the girls in the high school go running out, buy the magazine. And the principal calls me in and fires me, right? He said, what did you do? I said, I'm just trying to get exposure for the team, because really we had no fans. It's not a highlight of my career.
I mean, I think you might have misunderstood the word exposure, I think when marketing people talk about exposure, I think they mean to a lot of people, not just a lot of you.
Listen, I told you I was making $2,000 playing soccer. They paid me $10,000 to do the magazine. So,
hey,
oh, buddy,
you do what you do.
I'd be spreading cheek in front of a photographer in a minute.
All right, welcome back to the Cooligans Living Room FC. We are here with Zack Steffen of Manchester City, and we have some more Gully Squad questions. I love this one. This is from Val Paschal. She asked, is Ederson actually the best penalty kick taker on City? She said that's the rumor. It feels like a wild rumor with Sergio Aguero and De Bruyne
Mad
there.
Disrespectful.
so it feels rude, but...
I've never heard that rumor, but I mean, I would say, yeah, he is, because he kicks so damn hard. Yeah. There's no way a keeper could react to it. He kicks so hard, so fast. It's insane. It's insane. Nobody knows how he does it.
Sometimes when we're watching the game, you'll see Ederson be able to sort of spot, a pass from like half the field.
That's absurd.
Does he do that in training too? Are you like, could you take it down a notch?
Dude, we'll do shooting drills when he's not in the goal, and he'll be like collecting the balls or whatever, and he'll be kicking them back to like half field or 3/4 of the field, and he'll just punt it, and it'll go so high. It's absurd how he did, and it's with ease. It goes so far. It's absurd, and it's like it's on a rope too. It's like it's going where he wants it to be. Yeah. It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah, man. They don't have enough like Techers videos for the goalkeepers.
No, they don't.
Right?
They don't. Yeah, especially on him.
There's a great question here from Mike Thomas, who is a Philly Union fan. So he represents you from where you're born and raised. He wants to know, what is your cheesesteak spot? And I'm also interested in what is your cheesesteak spot?
I always get asked this. I mean, I don't see. I'm not home so often that I can like really I have time to go and try different spots. Were you even allowed to
eat them growing up? Were you always training?
Of course. No, my dad, he loves finding, whenever I'd have tournaments or anything, my dad would always look for like the best like restaurants in town, and we'd always go there and try new things. It was awesome. So I always put my faith on him whenever we go and into Philly and we get a cheesesteak. But I mean, I like Pat's, I like Geno's. I mean, there's just so many that are just so good. I mean, I like the hole in the walls, honestly, that no one really knows of the most.
Yeah, man.
Okay. This is from Andrew Johnson. He asked, who is more serious, Pipa or Caleb Porter? Do either of them ever laugh? This is coming from a Columbus Crew fan.
Wow. Caleb is definitely much more serious. Pipa's really only kind of stone cold when we're losing or he's not really playing too well. But no, other than that, Pipa, he's Argentinian. He's always really smiley, unless he's tired. No, Pipa was great to have in the locker room. Smiley, funny, great accent. Great guy.
Now, I might be mispronouncing this guy's name, but Dave Hagman asked, what's your weirdest Lutz Pfannenstiel story? And Pfannenstiel?
Yeah, he was
So we met him when we were in Germany. He walked in and did like a round table. And for about 20 minutes, I was like, is this guy a comedian pranking us? You know what I mean?
He's an interesting guy, huh? Yeah. He's an interesting guy.
He got like this energy, like he's like trying to sell you something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
yeah, for sure. No, he's an interesting guy. Good guy. I mean, I don't really have too many stories. He's just like a character.
Yeah.
My sister dog sat for him when he was away, and when his wife and his daughter were away for a little bit. And yeah, just a good guy. He took care of me when I was over there, but yeah, interesting guy.
Yeah, I remember I mentioned that I was Cuban, and he's like, I coached there. And I was like, soccer?
He's played everywhere. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, because he's now, I guess, a sporting director for St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd love to get a video of him trying Emo's Pizza for the first time. That would be hilarious.
There you go.
Like, why does this exist?
Justin Friedberg asks, how did it feel to get your first Premier League start to be against your fellow American teammate and Pennsylvania native, obviously Christian Pulisic?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome kind of share that moment together for me. It's obviously great to see him doing well. The team might be struggling a little bit, but he's doing well. He's enjoying it. So it's good to see him. Obviously, it was amazing to get my Premier League debut. I mean, this was a league I've been watching since I can remember, on the weekends and with my dad. It was really a dream come true.
I'm curious simply about what was the group chat like when that GQ photo spread of Christian Pulisic came out. Let me, please.
How hot did the keyboard section in the iPhone get? Because the roasting.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that came out of nowhere. Oh my God.
He didn't tell nobody.
No.
I see why,
he got that on the low.
Why.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I don't blame him. Jeez, yeah, that was funny.
We would be remiss if we didn't ask you about Voice Now, the foundation that you started. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so Voice Now, it's just, I come from a family that cares about people, that just cares, is always about kind of doing the right thing and being a good person. I'm very blessed, and I've had a lot of support and things go my way to be where I am today. My community's helped me a lot, whether I was in Maryland, whether it was back home, whether I was in Columbus. So, I mean, I just want to, after the whole George Floyd killing, we all saw that and we all felt those emotions together. So I just wanted to kind of spread some light and put some smiles on some faces in this dark world, because I have the opportunity to. I have the platform. I have, but that's the thing. I mean, even if you have a small platform, it doesn't matter the size of your platform. You still have a voice, and that's the whole thing about Voice Now, is that we all have a voice, and we can all really. We just have to be honest and open with one another, and obviously everybody is different and it's tough to come together. Obviously you see what the world's like these days. But yeah, this is just a platform for us athletes and other celebrities and our fans to come together and give back to the communities that need our help, the communities that have been kind of ignored and pushed aside. So right now we have a community of 100 athletes, really excited to and with us to give back, and whether it's in their community or it's in the community that they're playing in or where they're from. We're just excited to lend a helping hand.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got some more questions. We'll ask you when we get back after this. All right, we're back on the Cooligans Living Room FC. Obviously, we're here with Zack Steffen in Manchester City. We were talking a little bit about Voice Now, your foundation that you started. Just looking at sort of some of the things that have happened from the Black Players for Change Coalition, the Black women's players that are also doing the same thing. Being that you're in Europe while some of this stuff is happening in the U.S., was there like a sense of hopelessness? Like you couldn't really be there with your community at that moment? Is that why some of the, like you're starting this coalition with some of these other players?
I think, yeah. I mean, at the time when those videos were going on, when the George Floyd killing, where the videos were going on, and all those protests were going on, yeah, I was a little sad that I wasn't back in America and could step up with my community. But at the same time, we had a protest in Dusseldorf that my sister and I went to, which was awesome to see just all those different people come and from Germany in Europe. 4,000 miles away from where it really happened. So it was amazing and a very humbling moment for me to see all those people kind of stand together for change and for what's right. So that was awesome.
Yeah, it's been, these last couple, at least like 12 months have been very transformative and seeing not only what players have done. I mean, we've had a couple players involved in the Black Players for Change organization. And there's something feels to have changed where collectively within, football clubs, the conversations are happening, right? Like you watch Premier League games and there's a giant banner says Black Lives Matter, kneeling at the beginning of every game. It does feel a little bit more like that, players can talk about these things without feeling like they're going to be ostracized.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now it's kind of like, kind of normalized, I guess. Yeah. In a way. Yeah. That you can kind of complain about it and people will now listen.
Yeah, of course.
Especially with the institutionalized stuff. I mean, it seemed like maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, they'd be like, what are you talking about? We have a banner that says end racism. So we ended racism. So what are you complaining about?
100%.
And you're like, no, but stuff's happening during the game. It's like, well, it can't because we have a banner.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now it seems like it's sort of understood. And that's, at least it steps in the right direction for sure.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. It's going to take some time, but steps in the right direction.
All right. Well, we had another football question from Gully Squad, and I like this one. This is from Matt Haney. He had asked about Pep. We all this time we haven't spoken about Pep, obviously the legendary character. But he asked, Pep Guardiola is known for his tactics and playing out of the back. I'm curious, how much does he work with goalkeepers specifically, and does he emphasize any particular skills in addition to footwork?
I said we wouldn't ask about footwork, and here we go. But they asked, so go for it.
It was inevitable. Man City, it was inevitable. I mean, usually our trainings we're with our goalkeeping coach for 30 to 40 minutes every training, and then we'll go in with the team and we'll do tactics, or we'll do building out, or we'll do games or shooting or something. It'll really depend on what we do in training will depend on what the next game, like what that team likes to do. So like Burnley kind of likes to high press. So today we were doing a little build out, but we haven't worked on build out in the last couple of weeks because the last 5 teams we played haven't really pressed us too much. So
they
stuff
know
like
better.
that.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
it's honestly, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard when the teams sit back. It's so much harder for us. It's so much easier when teams press us. Obviously, it's a little risky, but So I mean, we obviously the keepers have to have good feet, but it's also about like reading the game and reading where the space is, where the open guy is, where the press is coming from. It's all that stuff. So I mean that comes with training and just reps and reps and reps and training. Yeah.
Does Pep like to drop in like some gems, like, what I told Messi, and everyone's like, what now?
He doesn't do that. He should though. That would be interesting. I'd be listening.
Yeah, so far, maybe this could be a quick one. You've had a couple games already, playing for Manchester City. Has there been one save so far that you're like, oh, okay, I'm here? This is any particular player that you were excited to get a stop on, that took you back a little bit?
I mean, honestly, I haven't had to make too many saves. The guys in front of me, honestly, have been kicking ass. So they've been blocking everything. They've been, really keeping the balls away from the net, which has been nice. But I mean, obviously getting some action here and there is fun. If I had to pick a save, I mean, I'd probably say the one against Bruno Fernandes in the Man U derby. That was pretty cool for the Carabao Cup. But I mean, that was cool. But I mean, I haven't had to really do too much.
Yeah.
That's kind of
nice. It's a bad thing.
All right, just like Laporte, do your thing. I'm good.
Yeah. Or sometimes you're like, could you guys take it easy a little bit? I want to get some action out
exactly,
here.
exactly.
Coach is looking.
Yeah.
All right, we got more with Zack Steffen coming right up.
I also want to say iTunes needs to go because right under our podcast logo is clean lyrics, which no, it ain't. Nah, not only do we not have lyrics, ain't nothing clean
We're
about
also
it.
inventing words like Drilladelphia.
Philadelphia.
All right, thank you so much to Zack Steffen of Manchester City for
great.
joining us today. It's an absolute honor. It's been great, seeing your rise to, from MLS and now at Manchester City, playing Champions League games. Like, honestly, as USMNT fans, we are genuinely proud. So thank you.
We hype. We are wild hype.
Thank you for joining us. Zack, is there anything you want to let people know about before we sign off?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say any support for Voice Now, any donations, anything that you're willing to give, whether that's time, whether that's effort, whether that's we're doing this virtual 10K run this Saturday to raise funds. So whatever you're willing to give, follow us at Voice Now on Instagram and Twitter. That's Voice with a Y, not an I. And then you can find us at voicenowfoundation.org. It's just giving back it's just about giving back. Being kind.
All right. Yes. We need more of that. So that's great. And Zack, we have, this is our time to do your goal celebration GIF. What is your goal celebration GIF? What do you want it to be?
Right, the end of the match, you ran all the way forward. Pep brought you forward. You scored that header. What do you do?
Wow, I think I'm just running over to the corner, the flag, and I'm just going.
There we go. Amazing.
Little
that, or I'd be like, I'm here. I'm going.
Yeah, you know what? It's like it was never in doubt,
Exactly.
All right, everybody. Thank you again for joining us. Make sure you follow us at Soccer Cooligans as well on all social media platforms. Follow Fubo Sports and make sure to subscribe to the Fubo Sports YouTube channel for full episodes of the program. All right, Zack, let us end the show the way we normally do, as is tradition. So for Zack Steffen, my name is Christian Polanco.
I'm Alexis Guerreros.
And together, what are we? The Cooligans!